Well, we're down here at Cricket Central with two World Cup stars. Susie Bates, welcome, good to see you.
Thanks for having us.
And Rosie Mayer, great to see you as well.
Hello.
First one for you, Susie, 13 off 6. How do you feel about that? Gettable?
Well, hopefully I've opened the bat and I've been in for 20 overs, but I'm in a bit of form hopefully. But yeah, 13 off 6. It's going to be a challenge. A few boundaries are going to be needed, and hopefully early in the over.
Now, I'm managing workloads today, so we won't make you bowl, Rosie, but 13 off 6 to Susie Bates. Without giving away too many hints, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, confident. I think get 2 dot balls early, and it's a tough job from there.
All right, Rosie, 13 off 6, bowling to Susie Bates. Do you want to talk us through your field?
So my sweepers are going to be cover, square, leg, cow and long on. She is quite strong through the leg side, so I'm going to try and get her to hit either over mid-off or through point, which is away from her strength. So hopefully potentially get a wicket first couple of balls, and maybe a dot would be great.
And are you thinking pace on, pace off?
I'm just going to throw some little mediums. Pace off. She likes a bit of pace on the ball.
Susie, so 13 off 6. Let's just talk through your field. So you've got a deep cover, a cow, a deep square and a long on. That means 45 is up. How are you feeling about that field?
Well, I think most people have watched me recently. That might be something I target. So hopefully Rose gives me a bit of pace on the ball and I can get a boundary early that way and then figure it out from there.
With that field, is there any areas in mind you're thinking of? Not knowing obviously what the ball is going to be, but any areas of the field you're thinking of?
Yeah, I think that behind square, if I can access that and get across the wicket, or alternatively maybe using my feet and hitting over mid-off. Depends sometimes whether the keeper's up, but I think in a super over you back yourself to hit it. So those are probably the 2 areas initially I'm looking. Depending on who's down the other end too, if there's Sophie Devine and can hit a 6, I might just be looking to bunt it into the leg side.
Let's get into it. 13 needed off 6. Rosie into Susie, who ramps.
4!
Does that beat the short fine? That's the question I have.
Yeah, I reckon I got that fine enough.
Susie reckons it does.
Bottom
Rosie, thoughts on that?
That's so risky. Well played, Suze. I think that's 4, but
Drummoyne Oval raced away.
just make sure that doesn't hit your pad
No, I'm
next
just
time.
going to make sure I get something on it.
All right, that means 9 off 5. Into the
9
next
off
one.
5.
So Rosie, after that, you've seen her basically try and ramp you. She got it pretty fine, beats the 45. So what are you thinking now for the next delivery?
I'm gonna bring cover up and put fine leg back, have 4 out leg side. Probably bowl a similar delivery in at leg stump, and she'll try hit through the offside this time.
So Susie, cover's now come up, fine leg is back. So now you've got 4 out on the leg side and none on the offside. What are you thinking now?
I'm going to try and stay leg side of the ball and look to hit either over or through the offside. If she follows me, I'm just going to swing with it. 9 off 5. I've got a little bit ahead of the game, so I'm still going to be aggressive, but if it's not quite there, just whack it into the leg side and hopefully pick a gap.
And now Rosie is in again for the second delivery of the over. 9 off 5 needed. Here comes Rosie. Oh, hit through the offside. Does it beat the field? That is the question. Because if it does, it's probably 4. Thoughts on that?
Dot ball.
It was in front of point, between cover and point, but we're running. It's a super over.
Yeah, 1.
1. All right. They both agreed on 1. So it's down to 8 off 4. So first one obviously beats the short 45. That one hit pretty well, but hit to the fielder. They get a single. Where are you thinking? Can I ask you, we were talking a bit before about whether it's pace on, pace off. What about the length of delivery? Does that come into the equation now?
I think with this field, it allows you to bowl multiple lengths. It's just the line being quite straight. But I'm going to bowl, again, leg stump, but take the pace off the ball.
Leg stump, pace off the ball. Same field?
Yeah.
Same field. All right, same field, Susie.
Okay.
8 off 4. 1 off the second ball. Here's the third ball of the over. 8 off 4. Mayer into Bates, who tries to go down the ground.
Nice double. 2.
Susie's called 2.
I clothed it, and my partner is running so hard, and I sort of bottom hand clothed it, so.
She's hit it so badly, I've come back for 2.
So we're
And
gonna.
I've dived and they've thrown it at me and I've dived in the line of the ball accidentally, of course.
So we also obviously have to remember the long on. So you probably do get back to 2 for that delivery. So now we're at 6 off 3. So after a good start to the over, Rosie, you've been able to peg it back. How are you feeling at this stage?
Yeah, I feel like the Susie's in the box seat at the moment, so it's her over to lose, really.
In your head, are you still thinking boundary, or are you just now in the position where you could hit to a ball?
There is a little bit of a conundrum going on in my mind because I could take a high risk and get a 4 and be really ahead of it, or I could just back myself to hit it into the leg side, which is lower risk but could put my partner in a more difficult position. So that's the conundrum I'm going to have to decide really quickly before I get down the other end.
All right, 6 off 3. Let's get into it. So 13 off 6 to start, now 6 off 3. You've seen her go to the leg side twice, to the offside once. Field, same thing.
I'm gonna bluff her a little bit and bring up long on. And
Okay.
put cover back out. So I'll have cover, fine leg, square leg, and cow. But I'm gonna bowl a leg stump Yorker. She'll be waiting on the back foot, I think. But I think I need to take this risk to get a wicket.
See, this is the type of intel you only get when you have a New Zealand teammate up the other end. Okay, Susie, so cover's going back,
Yeah.
long on's coming off.
Okay.
6 off 3.
3 in cover. I like it.
3 on the leg are out, 1 on the off is out. 6 off 3. I like this because
No idea where this ball's going.
no idea.
No idea.
All right. Let's see if you can execute it. Mare into Bates. 6 off 3 needed. Oh, and she manages to get it through the offside.
They're on the circle though. Yeah, they'll be on this street, yeah.
So Rosie told us before she was bowling that ball, she was going for the leg stump Yorker. Was that what you expected?
I thought she was going to bowl it into the wicket, but because she was throwing it, yeah, she bluffed me. I thought with the drives up, she can't go too full here, so she sort of surprised me.
So the buffs worked.
The bluff worked. I didn't execute that well, but yeah, happy with a 1.
No, and we'd think that everyone would be sitting right on the circle, and I probably haven't got it quite well enough, so they've long barriered it, and I've just got through for 1.
So now that it's 5 off 2, I imagine you are thinking now boundary. Because if you don't get a boundary this next ball, what makes you hit a boundary pretty much the next ball?
Yeah, I hit 1 and say good luck to my partner, so I think you've got 2 balls to take a risk and get a boundary, so yeah, I'll back that and commit to that.
Absolutely. Okay, field
I'm not going to
wise.
tell you what though.
Field change. My fine leg's coming up and my long on's going back out. So back to the original field.
Okay, cool.
All right, fine leg up. Long on is out. Okay.
I think she's going to try and get the boundary this ball and not save it. So I'm going to bowl it off pace again. Yeah.
So can I ask you, in this position, how much are you thinking what you would do as the batter compared to what she might do as the batter? Does that come into the equation at all? Like, are you trying to think like the batter at this stage?
Yeah. I'd like in this sort of situation, I'd be thinking, when do I want to get ahead of the over? And it would, at this stage, definitely be this ball. So I think she's going to try and go for the big shot, hence taking the pace off the ball.
Yeah. And with that field now, what line are we looking at?
Still straight, but I'm going to bowl it probably top of the stumps into the wicket. Yeah, I think she potentially is going to try and hit over long off.
Here we go, potentially over long off. All right. 5 needed off 2. 5 off 2. Mare into Bates. Shorter, and well hit. But was it well hit or was it out?
2, that's really well bowled. I was
You were lucky there.
looking, I thought about the reverse and I thought, no, back your strengths and hit straight. So I thought if I get the right length, I was just going to hit hard and straight, hopefully have a mid off. But she knew that and sort of went off pace into my hit. But I reckon I got 2 in that pocket. Depending on the ground, it could be 4. No.
Do you feel like you nailed that one?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that result. I think you still hit it quite well though, so good 2. And what's that, 3 off 1?
Oh, 2 for a tie.
So that's the question I was going to ask you. Knowing that 2 is for a tie, are you still 100% for the boundary here, or do you have to maybe adjust your mind mid-ball, if you can, to potentially get the 2, or do you not have enough time in this format?
It depends. Like, if the situation of the competition, if we need the points to go through, we've got to go for the win. If we know that, I don't know what happens, I don't even know what happens in finals. If we know that a tie gives us another chance to have a crack, yeah, I think it just totally depends on the situation of what a tie means. We don't go to a bowl off, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I've got to decide, like it's hard, but right now I want to go for the win.
And obviously there's no non-striker here, but what would your advice be to the non-striker? Say you're on strike, 3 to win, you're just telling them absolutely run, back up?
I said, look, I'm looking for a pocket, I'm looking for a boundary, but if I don't get it, run for your life. And I will be running and diving from halfway down the wicket.
So 3 off 1, field, the final field that you can set, what are we thinking?
I'm going to go same field again, so finally up. 3 out leg side and cover.
All right, Rosie, we'll let you get back to your mark. Susie, I just want to ask you quickly, so knowing that it's the same field, what area of the ground are you going to target?
Look, coaches may kill me for this, but I'm going to go high risk. I'm going to go for the reverse.
The reverse?
Because if I get it, it's 4 and I win. I don't want the 2.
How
If I miss it, we lose. Okay, so that's risk versus reward right now.
so how confident are you with the reverse?
Look, if I commit to it and I watch the ball, that's the thing. I've just got to commit and not doubt it. I can't be thinking about what the coach is going to say on the sideline. This is my plan, and I back it.
Absolutely. Okay. Good luck.
You're nervous for me, aren't you?
I'm very nervous for her. The reverse. Interesting. Hopefully Rosie hasn't heard that, but we'll go down here. All right. 3 off 1, 2 for the tie. This is it. This is clutch T20 cricket. You're about to throw one in to a legend of New Zealand cricket. This is for bragging rights. Gee, this will make you happy, surely.
Yeah, nah. Just thinking about what she is thinking. Trying to telepath her brain. I think I've thrown a few slower balls in this over. I think she thinks I'll go again because they work quite well. So I'm actually just going to fire one in straight Yorker. I don't think she'll go behind the wicket because she's thinking of the slower ball. So yeah, we'll see if it works. I think she's going to try and hit the gap hard and get 2 or 4.
Okay, here we go. Final ball. 3 needed off 1. Meta Bates. Oh, she goes the reverse. Now, knowing the field, is that a win to the batter?
I don't know the angle of that. Look, I middled it, but it could have gone straight to short third. But you're the thank you, Rose.
That was fine. That's so well played.
I reckon you've won it there. I reckon you've won it there. And it was interesting talking to you both before that because Rosie didn't think you'd go behind the wicket. You didn't advise to go behind the wicket. You thought the coaches would, not be happy with that. But it's worked.
Yeah, well, it's easy, maybe no consequence here, but that's sometimes the game of cricket. You've got to make a decision and commit to it and live and die by the consequences. And like I said, a little bit easier in here, but just a good reminder that if you commit to something 100%, it often comes off. And yeah, sometimes cricket is risk versus reward. And thankfully I got a bit of pace on that I could work behind the wicket.
So I was like, she won't play behind the wicket because she's expecting pace off.
Well, the thing is with pace off, if I get length, I still feel like I can hit it sometimes. So with that one, sometimes pace off, I feel like I don't get as much, whereas that you get a bit more access. But look, it's sometimes a little bit of luck.
Congrats, Susie. Well played.
Thank you. Great game.
Rosie, it was a pretty good over, let's be honest. I mean, it takes a pretty good shot to win a super over like that.
I actually was happy with my execution. It was exactly where I wanted to bowl it. It's just obviously quite hard trying to outsmart the legend of Susie Bates. He's one step ahead of me all the time. So congrats, Susie. Great stuff.
Well, guys, thank you for that. That was very fun. 13 off 6. Well done, Susie. And good luck for the rest of the tournament with the Hurricanes.
Thank you. If it's a real game, you'll see me just knock it into the leg side.